Welcome to another stunning sunset session here in Alpe d'Huez on the Ride Along channel just now, where I'm going to show you how you can use just your Insta360, and in this case this is the X3, and a selfie stick to get all of the shots you're looking at just now. While you're seeing that little montage roll through, action cameras, Insta360s, all the other ones you can get around the place have come on so far in the last few years, and there's thousands of different clamps and mounts and attachments you can get. But do you really want to be carrying them around the mountain with you? They are great, they do work, they make some solid shots if you're going to take with you all these different ideas. But today, everything you're looking at is filmed only using this one camera and one selfie stick in front of you and nothing else. Here we go. Just as I set off here now, slight confession, I'm not just using one camera, of course, to show you what I'm filming. I need to show you what's going on. So you've got a second one up on the unicorn mount above my head, but this one is the one that I'm talking about. This is where the cheats and all these little hacks are going to come in. So this is the 1.2 meter selfie stick. Fits nicely in a normal pocket of my ski jacket just here. And the first, most obvious view, once I press record, we're off down there. The first and most obvious view is simply to hold it in your hand and stick that camera out in front of you. Easy, pocket size, mini drone flying in front of you. And those of you that have been following the channel for a while will know I love this view. I use this for a lot. Super clear to see exactly what's going on with my skiing. Take a nice little still or do something a little bit cool. Okay. Too obvious, too easy. That's the one everyone's got. Just checking there's got a nice quiet piece here. So why not turn the whole thing behind you, below the pole, and then get this little view from behind. Key thing with this one, when I'm doing this, is I think it looks really weird when you see people filming using the selfie stick like this, but they're holding both poles in one hand. So whenever I can, I'll show you from the front just now, it's easy enough just to hold them both together. And if you are struggling at all, hold it in the middle just a little bit more, whether it's going forwards or backwards. If you hold that selfie stick a little bit more in the middle, it just makes it a little bit easier to balance. And there it is, back down behind my feet as I come down now. I think that's a pretty good start for a cool view. Similar sort of line, it's now at full extension, this 1.2 meters. You can now see I've crossed it across the pole in front of me. Maybe I'll put an index finger over as well just to hold it nice and steady. So the side view looks pretty great too. There you go, look, the side view with the sunset in front of me. Pretty great. Now the next view. Chest mounts are great if you want to put one on and carry one around, but most ski jackets have got some pretty large pockets. So I've just there unzipped my little chest pocket zipped it back up a little bit to hold it steady, pulled it up just a little bit there. You can see that from the unicorn mount at the front. And then that classic chest mount view without needing to faff about with the chest mount. Easy. You may notice I've deliberately waited until there's no one around here. I kind of stood at the top of the piece waiting for the lifts to close to get this private little run home. Nice. Right, next little cheat or hack adaptation you can make. Once I've done that pocket back up, I'm going to go down to my shin for this one. Now, there's a few different ways of doing it. The way I'm going to do this just now is I've got two little straps already ready down here. One is an old ski strap, for a ski pole strap, and the other one's just a random bit of bungee with a ball on it I found on the piste yesterday. Stuff that down and into there. And this is one way of doing it. The other way you can see on screen just now, I've just looped it into the booster strap around my boot. And look at that, with the horizon stability on. Woo, that's a pretty cool view. Now obviously make sure it's nice and done up tight, nice and safe. Could even, if you want, use a little bit of electrical tape. That'd be a good way of fastening it onto your shin just there. Well, that's a pretty good view. Next one, let's take it out of there. This one's a fun one, I quite like. Extending it a little bit longer. I've been a click or two there just as I fumble around the microphone. Now this one is probably easiest to see in my shadow actually over there. This is going straight down my back. Now, I haven't got any clamps or anything particular on here. This is literally just stuffed between my jacket, my outer jacket, and the padding I'm wearing underneath. To get that classic bag mount view, or the follow me drone like view, just without having to faff about with the bag at all. Another super simple one, and just like that, dropping into the sunset. Now I've got one more I want to show you before I get down to the bottom here. Take it out of there. I reckon for this one it's the first time I've had to take a glove off. This is going to go through my belt loops. So there you go. You can see it from the unicorn mount, stuffed out to the side of me right there. And as we come down, I've now got hands-free skiing with a cheeky little view out to the side. There is a little bit of bounce in it, as you can probably see, but the stabilisation in this Insta X3 is pretty insane, so it works without too much of a problem at all. Simple, but effective. The other, I want to say kind of obvious way of using the selfie stick is not to use it as a selfie stick, but as a third person mount. So I'm going to pick a random person on the piece just here and follow them down. And as I do this, this is going to be used the deep tracking mode. But basically I don't need to edit very much. It's just going to select them and follow them. Here we go. This guy looks serious. Okay. full shrunk down. I thought I'd show you on this last little cruise home the difference you can get if I've got it on no extension right now, because it does get a little bit annoying if you're trying to ski well with the camera on full extension bouncing around at the front. This is now 0 extension. To cruise down. Just in case you're wondering, by the way, everything I've got here is set completely on auto. There's nothing fancy going on. I've only used iMovie to edit the whole thing, and of course the Insta360 app on my phone to turn it from that 360 bubble dome that you can see now to flat. Put it onto iMovie and then edit it like you see just now. Let's get creative. Half extension, tuck it between the legs. While I'm going down here, you can obviously tell I'm an instructor for ESF out here in Alpe d'Huez. This isn't shameless self-promotion, this is just something to bear in mind. If people think good skiing, you have your legs locked together like this. It's a common misconception. Good skiers have the legs spread quite wide. But it does make things a little bit easier and a little bit more stable as soon as I open my legs wide. Different subject. This is supposed to be about the camera, so let's just finish it there. Thanks as always for joining me. Like I said, everything you've seen in terms of the main shots was all filmed on this one camera, and actually all in one shot as well, from just over 2,500 meters or so, all the way down to the nursery slope, just as the sun is setting behind me over there. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit subscribe, join me in this channel once again, and I'll see you back in Alpe d'Huez very soon. Thanks very much.